doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm really doing this because I'm very aware that some people find lying down exercises really, really uncomfortable for all sorts of reasons. Maybe it's because sitting to standing is very awkward, uncomfortable. Maybe it's because when they're actually lying down, they feel quite uncomfortable, so they get something like reflux. Or maybe it's because they feel quite dizzy coming up and down off the floor. So we're just going to do a very short little workout standing. You can use your kitchen cupboards, chairs. Okay, so we're just going to do a little warm up. I'm going to take my hands to the shoulders and circle through the shoulders. So I'll move my camera to a different position than we're used to. And just circling. So it's nice slow breathing. Lovely. And I like you just to take your hands to your ribs, just to think about the breathing first of all. So breath in and breath out. And breathe out any tension. Breath in, breath out. Lovely. And try and breathe in deep into the lungs and expand them outwards, rather than shrug up your shoulder or lift your shoulders. So deep into the lungs and expanding outwards. Lovely. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, just going to do a little nice stretch. I'm going to stretch up towards the ceiling. So now it's reach and then into diagonal. And then have a look behind you and come back to centre. So nice stretch in your arm, just stretching up and diagonal. And look behind you. Good. And again, this time lift the heels off the floor and just have a little bit of a reach up. Start to feel the calf muscles have a little work. And behind you. Lovely. And this side just stretching up and diagonal. And look behind you. Lovely. So we're going to do little pulses. So this is so good for your circulation, just do little pulses, but also it's strengthening all those muscles around the ankles. And it's even strengthening all the muscles in the feet. Good, excellent. Fantastic. Great. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just give your legs a little shake. Good. Okay, so I want to get a bit more mobile through the spine. So I'm going to have a little rotation look behind. So I'm going to follow my hands with my gaze. And I'd like your thumb to be uppermost at the back. So new side, we'll move away from the cupboard. Lovely. You can have a little knee bend as well. A little knee bend. Looking behind. Kitchen cupboards in the way. Looking behind. Lovely. Good. And then I'm going to take it into a side bend. So I'm going to hold up and just take a stretch over. Now, shifting a nice stretch down the side. And we're just going to take one foot off the floor slightly, ever so slightly, so adding a little bit of balance work. Still got that stretch there. And then new side. Let's change wrist, hold that wrist, take it over, feel that stretch down the side, and then just take the foot off the floor slightly, and just have that little balance holding there. And fabulous, good. It's really warm in here. Good. Okay, so a little bit of balance work. Again, you can hold the wall, hold your kitchen unit if you like, so forwards and back. Or if you feel okay, you don't need to hold on to anything, so forwards and back. Good. And then take it across the fronts. Again, this is going to really work your balance. And my balance has really gone since I've stopped doing Pilates every day. And that's one of the side effects of MS, unfortunately. And then forwards and back. Forwards and back. Lovely. And change legs. Good. New side. So we're going to go forwards and back. I'll use my countertop there, forwards and back. And think about lifting all through the spine. Lovely. And across the front. So you don't have to hold on to anything either. You really challenge your balance. And as we're doing this, we're strengthening the standing leg Standing on one leg, believe it or not, improves bone density. It's great for bone density. And relax, good. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to think about a few squats to strengthen through the thighs. I'm going to go into a nice squat. I'm going to move position so you can see. I want your bottom to be going back. So I want you to imagine you're sitting on a chair. So I'm going to start off with the hands behind the back and we're just going to squat. Imagine you're sitting down. So keep the feet hip distance maybe slightly wider if you're more comfortable to do that. Just see how the knees feel. Good. You might hear some cracking sounds. Lovely. So nice squats. Okay. Now I want you to stay in that squat position. So I'll just move around a bit. Stay in that squat position. Okay. I just like to lift the arms up and back. Breath in. Stay in that squat. Lovely. And then I'd like you to lift one heel off the floor. Stay in that squat so your bottom's still back to an angle at the hips. So just taking the weight off that one foot. So I'm lifting my right foot there, lifting my right heel. Okay, just lifting and lowering. Try and take the arms back so you get that the shoulder blades can change heel. So I'm still as if I'm about to sit down and back. Shoulder blades together. Lovely. If you're feeling super strong today, you could lift both heels off the floor and do that movement. So you've got the balance, sinking a bit lower. You've got the work through the core and the abs particularly there, and coming back and up. And then just take it up like that. Have a little wiggle, have a little shake. Okay. So let's get a nice stretch. I'm going to take one heel back, push into that calf at the back. Lovely, nice and lifted through the spine. I'm going to reach 3, 2, 1. On the side, just push that into that heel. Feel that calf stretch, really important. And coming up, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay. Take this leg back again. Bend the knee. And what I want you to do is just tilt a little bit forward and see if you can take the foot off the floor at the back. So you're really strengthening through the front of the thigh. Holding for as long as you can. When you're tired, put the foot down, come back up. Foot back, bend the front knee. Just a little tilt and hover there for as long as you can. So you carry on doing these holds, drawing in and switch whenever you need to. And the knee, take it back. So you carry on without circuitry. Just a couple more. Holding it down. Lovely. Okay. Let's just open up the hip joint again. Now just to sort of open up the hips. Again, you might need to hold your countertop, or you might feel fine just standing. This is my weak leg to stand on. So I might need to hold something. Lovely. And then I want you to stretch back and pulse it back. Nice and tall. Point the toes. Lovely. I'm going to change over. So I'm going to do a circle from the hip joint, circling. And then just stretch back and pulsing. Try not to lean forward, just feeling that engagement through the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Fantastic. Let's go into another stretch. It's hamstring stretch. So I'm going to turn this direction so you can see me. So you want to have a little sit down. Stick your bottom out. Both hands on one side and slide forwards. So feeling that hamstring stretch. Okay, now keep the feet exactly where they are, coming up. And what I'd like you to do is lift the heels off the floor and hold it there. See if you do a little pulsing in that position. 3, 2, 1, and then down again. Feel the hamstring stretch. Slide back in, new side, slide out, feel the hamstring stretch. Keep the feet where they are, coming up. And then you're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet and pulsing. So it's a very unstable stance for balance. So that's good for us. And going back down again. Feel that hamstring stretch. Slide it in. Lovely, everyone. So we're going to do a little bit of a march on the spot and taking the hand down the back. So I want you to feel the stretch around the shoulder joint. And then we're just going to take it to a little side balance. So pushing the hand down the back and side balance. So the legs lifted at the side. Feel the balance work. So you can pulse. So you're doing a lot of things at this time. So the pulsing is to destabilise you. Your hand on the elbows to stretch you. And relax. New side, push down. So you can take the leg out. And you can even pulse. So that little pulsing action is to destabilise you. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Okay, take it into a slightly wider position. I'm going to take a bend through the knee. So your feet are parallel, and then you're going to just stretch forward. So what we're hoping for here is a stretch through the inner thigh. And switch it over. Stretch through the inner thigh. And stretch through the inner thigh. There you go. Really nice stretch. And stretch. And coming in. Well done. So just breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Lovely. And just circles back through the shoulders. Even though a lot of us, we're not having to work particularly, or maybe life's not changed that much, but for a lot of people it's quite a strangely stressful time. So you might have collected quite a lot of stress in your body. So any kind of movements like this, it's just to release that tension that's built up in your shoulders and your neck. So exercise is absolutely vital at the moment. For anybody experiencing mild to moderate stress or depression, it's really, really important. So keep your exercise going. I know a lot of people have done wonderful things, like they've got into cycling, they've got into walking much more. Thank goodness we were allowed out. That's amazing. So keep your exercise going. It's just massively important at the moment. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Any ideas you want me to do on Facebook Live, let me know, because Facebook Live is so much easier than Zoom. Zoom is so complicated.